Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming back. If you're old, if you're new, make sure you subscribe and go follow me on Instagram at Erin K. First of all, I've been planning on filming this video since like January at least, and it is the end of March. So there's where we are with that. Basically, today's video is going to be a weight loss update. It's not even gonna really be an update. I'm just gonna give you like the whole entire rundown because the original video wasn't that great. I will link the video where I was like trying on my fat clothes. People get really mad when I call myself fat, but like I'm gonna do that because fat is an adjective and that's what I'm using to describe myself at that point in time, okay? End of the year 2018. Is when I started like my weight loss journey. Here's the thing, you guys, I was always very thin my entire life. After high school, I stayed very active. I got into running. I tried to watch what I ate. I was just very conscious, not really for health reasons, but more for like superficial reasons. Once I transferred, this is just like marking in time, not necessarily the reason for my weight gain. But around 2016, I started gaining weight. 2016, 2017, 2018, I put on about 30 pounds. So to start, I was like 135 just for, excuse me, just for reference, you guys. I'm 5'8.5". You could round it to 5'9", you could round it down to 5'8", but I'm 5'8.5". And I was like 135, so I was tiny. I started putting on weight, which is fine. I think that's like normal and okay to put on weight. I think I got up to, there were a bunch of things that happened, you guys. Like I started 4-year, my birth control was really fucking me up emotionally and like mentally. I was not doing well. Like my living situation was crazy. I had no money. There were just so many things that were just like stacked on top of each other that I think led to like my weight gain. And I put on like 30 pounds, more than 30 pounds, because if I was 135 when I started, I think I got up towards like 180-ish. And then September 2018, I had graduated college. I was in a different living situation. I had money because I graduated college. I just like was in a better place to set myself up. So I was like, this is ridiculous. I know for me, like working out has never been an issue. Eating has been a huge issue. It's still a huge issue. I still struggle with it, but I've never had a problem getting up and going to work out. Part of it is anxiety. It like helps reduce anxiety, and part of it is just like I like to work out. So that has never been one of my like downfalls. I've never not been able to work out. I got really sick for a while and I wasn't able to work out, and working through asthma, I got illness-induced asthma and I still have asthma, which is great. Working through asthma has been a bit of a challenge, but I did it. So I was just like, you know what, I'm not gonna let anything stop me. I have a goal, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna get my shit together. So here's what I did. I joined a spin studio because I knew that, well, I did the trial first. A lot of spin studios will offer like 3 classes for like a good deal, or like your first class is free, or just a bunch of different things. So I joined a spin studio after doing the trial. Normally the expectation for myself that I set is I'm going to work out 3 to 4 times a week. 4 preferably, 5 is better, at least 4 times a week. And I did not let myself not do that, and I would schedule my life around my workouts. And I know people don't want to hear that you have to make working out a priority. People will be like, oh well, I don't have time. I'm like, well, you have to make time. It's not like like no one just has a ton of free time. Everyone is living busy lives. I'll tell you guys what I'm doing now for my workouts. It's a little bit more challenging just to fit in my day. I didn't let myself not work out. So my main workouts were spin. I did spin almost every day after work. I would say probably like 4 times a week was normal for me to go. There were weeks where I went 6 days a week just because like I could and I needed to, and that's what I needed to do to like help me feel good about my body and feel strong and feel healthy. So I did that, and I would run if I couldn't make it to the spin studio for whatever reason. Sometimes it was just traffic, and that studio in particular was very strict on time and being on time, so I would miss class and I would be pissed because I just sat in an hour in traffic to make it there, and then I missed class, and then I would go home and I would run. It would put me in a bad mood. I wouldn't want to run instead of going to spin class, because normally in my head I'm like, I'm either going for a run or I'm going to spin class, or I go to bar classes too. I don't go to bar as frequently just because I don't feel like I get as good as a workout, which is not true. Bar is a very good workout. It's good for like strength and core and things like that. So if I was going to bar, sometimes I would do spin class and then bar, and I would not let myself, I wouldn't give myself any like excuses. There was no bullshit. Like I didn't have time to lie to myself. I did eat healthy, you guys. I just watched what I ate and cut down portion sizes like crazy, but I did not strictly diet. I didn't only eat clean. I would give myself breaks, but honestly I just like at that point in time I wasn't interested in like eating super unhealthy. So I was very much in the mindset of like, this needs to happen, and it took a long time. I thought I was gonna be good in like 2 months, and it took like, probably I started in September. I would say February, March is when I started to feel really confident about myself. May, June, July is when I really was proud of my body and like what it looked like, and it looked good. I was really proud of myself. I was very proud of my body and how hard I had worked on it, and it wasn't perfect, you know? I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that I had 6-pack abs, but I was looking good. I had got down to 150, and I had gained a ton of muscle in my legs, which I was really proud of because it's hard for me to put on muscle in my legs, and I was just feeling super confident. After summer, maybe around August, well honestly like October-ish, I started to get busier. I started to get busier with work. I got a second job. My social life was busier. Like I just had less time. So before, when I was working out there, guys, I would fit in a workout always. Or like that was like my main priority, or like the main thing that I was doing that day, and that kind of like slipped, which I think is good and natural, because once you get to where you want to be, you want to like live your life too, you know. I started to slip a little bit. Over summer I weighed about 150. I just went to the doctors recently. I weigh about 157 right now. I'm not as confident as I was over summer, and I do want to like push myself harder. So I was working 2 jobs for a little bit, and I was like, that's not an excuse. Like I need to work out anyway. So now instead of going to my classes after work, I go to my classes before work. So I go to 6 a.m. workout classes, and I try and go for runs. I'm not in running shape because I had taken a break for a little bit, and I signed up for a full marathon at the end of the year. Last year what happened was I had a really hard push with running at the beginning of the year, and towards the end of the year I just like kind of fizzled out. I was bored of it. I don't want to do that again. So I want to save running for like the end of the year. So that means I have to take on more classes, or even just start going to the regular gym. I have a regular gym membership. I don't like it. I don't like going to the gym. I think it's like boring. But like you gotta do it. I am hoping to get those. Honestly, ideally I would lose like 15 pounds. So instead of being 157, I would be like 142, which is fine. And it's gonna take some time, and like I can do that. For me, it's not necessarily about the number on the scale, because these are all just like estimates. The only reason why I know how much I weighed over summer is because I went to the doctor, and the only reason why I know how much I weigh now, and this was a few weeks ago, and I've been like pretty aggressively working out and eating better, so I could have lost a few pounds since then. I have no idea. Is because I went to the doctor. I didn't monitor my weight when I was at my heaviest because I didn't like it and it didn't make me feel good. I didn't monitor my weight during the process of losing weight because I didn't like it and it didn't make me feel good. And I just went based off of how my body felt and how I looked, and that was good enough for me, and for some people that's not going to be good enough for you. Back in the day, I used to monitor everything that I ate. I put it into a, okay, sorry about that. So I used to put everything that I ate into a calorie counting app, MyFitnessPal, and I would track everything that I ate religiously, and if I went over calories, then I would go to the gym and run until I was under calories. I don't do that. I don't have time to do that. I wasn't happy doing that, but like if you need to do that to help you understand how much you're eating, that's good. Maybe even just try it for a week so you can see like all the things that you are eating, because like little things add up. There's times when I just like eat little candies or like eat things that like I don't need to eat. They don't satisfy me. I'm just like mindlessly eating them. Those calories will add up over time, but I don't track my calories. I don't track my weight obsessively. I just do what feels good, and it worked. I think that process was the happiest I've been, like during a weight loss process. Do whatever you think is best for you. This time there's no way that I would be able to like obsessively track everything that I ate. I just didn't have that, and I was able to find something that did work for me. So basically, to answer the question, did I get fat again? I gained weight again, but I think that I caught myself before I spiraled, because that's normally what I do. I have like a binge eating. I just tend to eat a lot at one time, and if I'm not like consciously doing things to like stay healthy, then I'll fall off completely. Like for me, it's either like super active or it's not gonna work for me. My biggest recommendation just for weight loss is find something that you love doing. If that's going for a walk, that's cool. If that's going for a bike ride, that's cool. If that's doing classes, that's cool. I really enjoy classes. They're very expensive. My first studio, it was $160 for unlimited classes. That studio closed. I'm now at a new studio. This studio is $210 for limited classes for a month, which is insane. But for me, I think it's worth it. Like, I think your health and your body is worth it. I know that I'm gonna go to these classes when I can, and I know that I'll make time for them. So for me, it's worth it. For some people, it's not gonna be worth it. If you don't like going to spin class, why you shouldn't spend that money on spin class. Find something that you like doing and stick to a schedule. I know that going with friends or finding a workout buddy has been proven beneficial. I'm not like a weight loss guru. It's just that's what worked for me. I've made friends in classes. One of my good friends, I made friends with her in a bar class, and then she introduced me to all of the people that I hang out with now. It's crazy. So I think there's a lot of other good things that can come from working out in these classes besides just like the health benefit. It's good for your mind. It's good for socialization. Anyway, I'm rambling now. That's pretty much it for this video. I did kind of fall off the track, but I'm getting back on, and I'm hopefully getting to where I was last summer, because I felt so confident and so happy, and I hope that I never fall off like I did in that point in time. But there is a lot of different things that went into that. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you go follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.